Virgo, welcome, welcome. I've built a stone circle with rocks that I collect on a particular beach where I go in the summer. It is meant to enclose the reading for you in a very positive way. Tomorrow's is the lunar eclipse in the Taurus-Scorpio axis. So it is potent. There are many close planets involved. So hopefully you know a little bit of astrology and you're able to look at what this implies for you in the context of your own natal chart. And if not, then it's all good. We're here to read the energies, give you a message. Please note that as all eclipses, they usually, the effects or the sort of resonance of the energies, they last longer. We're going to start with an oracle card out of my Triad Oracle deck. This one. Return. It's almost like a judgment card, right? Something that is reappearing. You could be returning somewhere specific. Could be a location. Could be revisiting, quite literally, but it could also be revisiting an idea, a relationship, maybe even going back to an old job. We're going to explore more with the tarot before I say anything else. The Eight of Swords in reverse. I like that it's in reverse. It feels that somehow, I'm going to pursue the cards, but there's something I need to say here. Sometimes when you go back on something, on maybe thoughts that you've had, right, it would imply that you are sort of an Eight of Swords energy where you're mulling over and not seeing any way out because it's always the same story playing over and over and over again. The beautiful thing here is that we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So maybe there's something different about re-entering this situation anew. Let's see if the tarot can tell us more about that. Two cards flipped. We have Strength in reverse with the Six of Cups. So it's another beautiful energy of opening your space up. So the Eight of Swords, Virgo, you're not trapped anymore, either in auto-criticism, negative patterns, alienating thoughts. On the contrary, you've tamed those and you're able to, maybe you're able to resurface, maybe this is what it is, maybe you're able to actually show up in a different manner. And you have this, it's almost like you appear in a new light here. You appear much more, I want to say rejuvenated, literally, because we have the feel of the Judgment card, and these two children make me think that you feel invigorated, I sense you to be, I have the word splendid. It's an energy where I'm hearing the day is splendid. So for me, it's carrying an emotion of when you have a very beautiful day outside and life is just absolutely perfect. Just, you know, sometimes even just because of the temperature, it puts your mood right. It makes everything work out well. For some reason, there's a particular energy that is impregnating the atmosphere. And this is what it feels like. It also opens up the idea of maybe sharing yourself, which I think ultimately is what you have accomplished by getting out of your head and learning how to tame maybe for some reason I'm hearing you've tamed some inclinations of yours, whatever that means. Okay, this is incredible. I'm not sure which reading. I've done 3 already, right? Yesterday, and the 5 of Pentacles came out, and this is the eclipse. There's an eclipse on this card, literally. And it's so crazy that it came out as I was describing the temperature and the atmosphere impregnating the day. And tomorrow is literally the day of the eclipse. I think there's going to be something really particular and peculiar about the energies, which is something very obvious to say on any eclipse, especially when it's total, but maybe more so because of all the planets that are tied, like closely tied in. But there's something really particular. And as much as this is the 5 of Pentacles, and you know, you could decide to read the 5 of Pentacles, you know, as lack, as something that you're missing. Maybe you're missing someone, but honestly, because it came out in a timely manner as I was depicting the atmosphere, I'm choosing to describe this as a particular vibe. I do want to say something. I'm almost feeling dizzy, but very, 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 very slightly. But it's just enough so that I have to bring in this idea that because the eclipse is right here on top in the middle, I get the idea of something that is overhanging, which is true of, you know, the sun and the moon and all the the planets and the stars will be hanging and creating this atmosphere I'm describing. But there's something almost literal about this here. Something about a hidden light or something hidden in the light. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. I'm going to draw more. Because I said something is hanging in the light, and the King of Pentacles came out. I'm not sure what this energy is. That's a huge pile, but I'm actually going to take it. So what I'm going to choose to do is I'm going to put the King here beside this light. And we're going to read here under these 5 cards. I'm going to come back to the King of Pentacles. I just really want to see what came out. It's going to help me decipher this. We have the Page of Cups, the King of Wands in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Fool. So the first thing I notice is there are like two sides here, sort of. This Page of Cups is really bowing. There's something really beautiful about, I'm hearing the word, in French we say piété, la piété. So I think it's piety, to be religious, to have a strong inclination to believe, obviously lots of faith, but faith in a particular, I believe, maybe in a set of religious beliefs. And if it's not religious beliefs, someone is actually offering you and because the arms are extended, I'm hearing that they're offering all of themselves. It's a very beautiful gesture. I feel it has to do with this, this sort of meeting of two souls. It could be that you're meeting somebody tomorrow. I want to jump right here to this, these two energies at the end. There's so much, you see the sword, the hand forward, usually the Fool leaps, the leg is also forward, the horse's leg is forward. There's sort of a synergy between these two cards. There's a strong elation. There's a lot of I'm also hearing exuberant. This is exuberant energy because the Fool is already exuberant, but coupled with the Knight of Swords, it's like there's something so it feels like a Formula One driving car, sport race car. It has this sort of particular sound and vibration to this energy. So it's very exuberant, it's very extroverted. It's almost loud because of the car, the sound I was describing, and the Fool here is, I don't know if he's singing or maybe somewhat yelling, but in happily yelling, or it's not clear. Eventually I'm going to pull a card here. I want to see where this energy is going, because this energy is going somewhere. So I need to go back to the King of Wands in reverse and the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands in reverse. I feel that this is depicting someone. I'm starting to think that you are meeting someone, Virgo, as shown here by these two kids, these long time friends, maybe even brother, sister. or lover, because it is a soulmate card, but there's something really strong about being kin, right? There's something like that. And I feel that this is this person's energy, and although it's in reverse, it speaks to me of someone who doesn't have much stability in terms of their home, someone that travels maybe a lot, or that isn't really set, doesn't have necessarily roots, right? And it doesn't have to be a huge negative, but it is uncommon. And that's also maybe emphasized with the Knight of Swords. So maybe this is what a little bit of this energy. There's a lot of movement. This person needs a lot of freedom, needs to express themselves exuberantly, without restraint. I do feel that the Knight of Swords and the Fool are actions more than this person's energy, but it does tie in terms of if this person is like a nomad, they have this energy, just this air quality of the Knight of Swords, you know, of always being sort of on the go and not being necessarily living in one place and being a homebody. I do feel the King of Wands in reverse has a little bit of an energy of this person has had situations that have thwarted them, right? They've had they've met roadblocks before, and especially if they're a traveler, even if it's not necessarily literally, I feel this person, the roadblocks is this person's obstacles in life have probably been having a hard time settling down, basically. This person has a very wavering flame. This King of Wands in reverse, you know, the flame is relatively steady here on the candle, but you know, sometimes it wavers a lot, depending. There's something about this here. It doesn't go out, the flame doesn't die, but it's almost like saying it has a lot of ebbs and flows. So maybe this person has intermittent energy levels, quite literally, right? I want to go back to the King of Pentacles. I think it's not a person here necessarily. I think it's tied into this energy I was describing about the transits, the eclipse. You know, the King of Pentacles is a very solid man, and he usually has his own home, his own castle, domain. Sometimes he has built it himself, you know, maybe not with his own two hands, but he's designed the space. For me, it ties in with the energy of the person that you're dealing with, maybe that you have a sort of a repeat with, is someone that has is transient, you know, or they're having a hard time stabilize their situation, maybe even their energy. So what it feels like, they're coming to you with a lot of abandonment. They want to surrender. They want to show you this energy. They're not afraid of showing you that this is part of them, you know, different energy levels, somewhat unstable, but not necessarily in their moods. Could be, but mostly in terms of maybe even money here with the King of Pentacles. But definitely the environment, the place where they live is multiple, is changing. And so the weird thing is, I don't know if this energy is the Knight of Swords and the Fool. I'm wondering here if it's them arriving very softly, taking the time with the Strength in reverse to show you a side of them that they hadn't, and yet also showing you who they are truly, in terms of they will exit as fast as they came in, right? Just because that's how they are. So by saying that, I don't know if it's a permanent exit or if it's just showing you their energy of, it's funny, the cards are eclipsing these ones. Maybe they want to show you their exuberance, right? Maybe they're gonna laugh loud. Maybe they're gonna it's a strange energy, because it feels like it belongs to this person, and yet it feels like it's their actions. It's hard to differentiate the two. It sort of blends in. That's what I'm sensing. And so it's not that I haven't, it's just giving me a hard time just because I don't know how to position myself. I mean, I think it's both, so take it as you will then, because, and then these cards will tell us more. Okay. Four of Swords, the Moon, and the Page of Pentacles all in reverse. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I don't know if you can see how I'm placing the cards. I want to show you. Especially, sorry. I don't know if it works. I've placed the Moon here opposite the Five of Pentacles where the eclipse is, right? For me, it's like a little bit like a mirror image, like looking in water, and the moon is water. I've had a couple mirror images lately in my readings. I guess maybe I'm seeing them more often. Not to say that they're appearing more often, like I'm the one reading them this way. Do you understand the nuance? So for me, there's something about how these two cards, here it's more black and orange and here is white. So there's something in the depths in terms of emotions here. Maybe there's going to be a share of emotions because of the Six of Cups and the two children exchanging. There might be some... I feel like this person is going to tell you something about having put something to rest in their life, about I'm hearing like about not accepting an offer. This reading is, there's a lot of interplay between past and present. There's an interplay between attributes and, or at least personality traits and actions. There's a lot of blending of all that. And I think it has to do with this energy that I was describing about the transits. I'm hearing it's blurring the lines. But what's beautiful is it's a little bit like the Halloween phenomenon. There's something really, really thin here between different, either different outlooks, different experiences. So there's like a blending of two things that are usually not blending, or maybe should, or are not typically mixed. It feels like someone is allowing something to come through. I'm sensing it's both you and them. It's the same interplay because you were the one that were revisiting, you know, like your auto-criticism, your own maybe self-neglect, low self-esteem, binding thoughts. And yet, this person is also living or has the same kind of, brings the same kind of experiences along with them, of having their own demons, of being unable to settle down, having a very strong personality that is very maybe disruptive to others, because this energy is so straightforward, you know, it's almost like blunt. And so here what plays out is different in the sense that it feels like a dialogue, and it feels like maybe this is something that you will be exchanging about if you do meet, if you do speak to someone. I feel that you would, because we have the return card on the top. I don't know if it happens tomorrow, but it should happen fairly soon, definitely within the month, at least something very specific, then the energy of the eclipse could, last longer or play out longer, but there's something happening specifically. And the Four of Swords is saying, okay, maybe someone has done, I'm not sure I want to say that they've healed completely, to be honest. I feel like this person sometimes goes into a cocoon, and I say that because of the like the way this person is draped, all in white as well. We do have the moon energy, so it's almost like spider-like. That's funny. But I think it's a cocoon. I feel like it's a place where I almost feel like saying it's both, they enjoy being in that space and they also dread it. So, and there's something a little awkward about being very, very immobile, like especially after this energy, right? So there's something about this person's experiences that have kept them which would be very hard for someone like this, right? I've described them to be so so free and wanting to, on the go all the time. And I think that sometimes they experience lethargy, a very deep one, that is not necessarily quote unquote beneficial. It takes them, it's something linked to their emotions, to overwhelming emotions. And there's something positive about it, but it's more on the difficult side, actually, even if the Four of Swords is in reverse. And I say that because the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. So he's adding to the feeling that when this person is in their cocoon like this, they're not able to extend themselves, they're not able to propose the way this person is actually sort of absolutely, I don't know, I'm hearing splurge. It's not a splurge, but it's like this person would not have the ability, not in this state. And so there's an echo here. It's like being under the beams, being under the influence. It's this whole atmosphere. It's deeply rooted in I think childhood experiences, good and bad. Maybe even a shared past between the two of you. But there's a conversation about not being able to share with you as well, because there was sharing in the past, but maybe there was also moments where this person did not share themselves the way they might come forward sooner or soon, or wish to come forward. I think it has to do with they might know that they're unstable, quote unquote, or maybe again, with their personality, like they appear to be unstable because they're not within the norm, right? So they might have experiences related to that where they might have been, the word thwarted I heard before, about having had things that have maybe fallen through just because they were perceived in a bad light, like in a quote unquote bad light. I'm going to draw one last card, and I'm going to draw one card on the Page of Cups here. I'm curious to see if this person, what they're really offering you this time around. Is it just a conversation? It's a lot of cards. Okay, what are they talking about? Star in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. I need to show you. The three major arcanas: Star, Sun, and Devil in reverse, with the Ace of Pentacles. So this person wants to give it to you all. It's incredible. I say that because the Devil is in reverse. I think they release or are willing to release certain chains, namely the power of this energy over them. For me, the Star and the Sun are probably the two major arcanas that, even if they're in reverse, yes, they have maybe delays attached to them. There could be a lack of inspiration, some sort of, lack of foresight with the Star in reverse. Even with the Sun in reverse, there could be a little bit of pessimism as well. A little bit, right? But it's the interplay. It's a lot of what I was describing about these two lights, right? The dark one, the bright one with the moon. But these two cards are still like quite a beautiful combo. Very, very strong. There's something about this person is offering you beauty, and I'm talking about the beauty of the soul, like of their heart. There's a lot of I feel this person is a dreamer. They have this ideal, which again might have been thwarted in the past because the Sun and the Star are reversed. But they're showing you that what they really want is, there's a star and there's a unicorn. So there's something really magical and almost fantastic about, of almost fantastic in the sense of fantasy, but not that it's not real, although it could be, I have to say. Or maybe it's just that it's so sublime that it's almost unrealistic. All of these things, right? But it doesn't mean that the person is showing you, or what do we say, like that it's a fake, that it's a false dream. I don't sense that. I think it might be such a big dream that it is difficult to actualize. That could be. And especially with knowing this person is quite transient, right? Maybe there's something attached here about it might be more difficult for them to realize these dreams, especially if they keep, you know, bouncing or having to recreate themselves because they're not in one place, you know, start over, start over, start over, then you never get to finish, right? And the Ace of Pentacles is there. They really want to offer you, you know, what they weren't able to offer you here on the Page of Pentacles, when they were trapped in this energy. And I do sense that is a form of trapping. I know the Four of Swords is not the, it's not really the, or at least the common meaning here, but it is here because of the cocoon, of this sensation of being, I guess, like if the spider would have created the cocoon when they want to eat their prey. It could be something related to the mother as well, right? In terms of the relationship to the mother with this person. You know, you've had your own moments of blindness, Virgo. So you know what it's like to be trapped. You both have this energy of having been paralyzed in the past. You both possess that experience. You know what it feels like. And this Ace of Pentacles is really beautiful. You know, there's really a lot of idealism here. There's a lot of... no wonder the page is like really bowing, right? This is humongous energy here. The page is really bowing to surrendering to the immensity of this dream, almost to the impossibility of it. Yet I think that with the Ace of Pentacles, it tells me that they do believe that it's possible. I'm also hearing, even if it's a little crooked, because like the cards are in reverse, so I'm tempted to say, like, especially the Star and the Sun, the devil we want in reverse. Person showing you that they've detached from maybe particular, you know, the energy here of which word did I use? There was something here about, I can't remember, but there was a specific word that I wanted to bring back. A little bit like being submerged, a little bit about impregnated, these kind of words. Anyways, even if it's a little crooked, you know, their dream of star, sun is reversed. Maybe that's what it is too. It's like they might offer you a life of movement instead of a life of stability, which most people tend to want, right? But some people are fit to have a life where they live in different places, they move quite often, they, you know, are comfortable, like, you know, taking everything and just recreating themselves elsewhere, you know, basically relocating. Or just a fast-paced life, right? A life that is full of action. I mean, these cards are full of action. This is non-stop. This is non-stop energy. This is a beautiful reading. It's a little bit strange, I have to admit, because this energy is strange, and I have to tell you, I did feel a little bit dizzy before, and I think it really is the eclipse's energy. And maybe the time of the night for me to consider going to bed. Catch some Z's. Let's get a Druid Wisdom card here. I will place it here. Too many, like way too many. But I just want to show you, okay? And I'm not kidding. The pile came out, and the card that it reads is Stonehenge, and I do have a stone circle, but it's too much of a big pile. But you really have the the stone circle. Maybe it'll come out again. Please show us. Thank you. The Hermit's home. It's funny because we've been talking about, you know, not this person not having a home or moving house a lot. A house is but a simple building. A home, however, is the warmest kind of feeling. Okay, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. This is exactly what I'm describing. This person is offering you a home, but not in the traditional sense. That's why the King of Pentacles is in reverse. This is why the Four of Wands with the King of Wands are in reverse. This is why the Knight of Swords and the Fool are upright. Maybe that's why the Star and the Sun are in reverse. This is really interesting. But I want to tell you something. I don't know if it's a love relationship. It very potentially could be because of the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups, right? But there's something about your interaction that is quite special. I'm also going to bring in Sun and Star because there's sort of a marriage in the stars in the sky with these two. But it's almost like it's not like bang in your face screaming love, but it's possible, quite possible. There's definitely a huge emotional offering I'm hearing. It's quite special. This reading is special. It's one of those readings that I think you need to not watch for a little while, but then watch again maybe in a month, in a couple weeks, in a couple days, just to hear it again and look at it differently, because there's something here that is very profound or particularly strong, and I'm sure it's the kind of thing that is not necessarily on the surface, right? It's almost like it needs to sort of sink in for you to get more insight. So if you do me the honors of watching again, thank you. I'm gonna already thank you in advance, I guess. But maybe just thanking you now for the moment, for being here, for just watching it, even if it's just once. I really, that means a lot to me. So on this note, thank you again, but good night. I have to tell you, please share, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But with this reading, I it's dull to end on this note. It sounds out of place. Anyways, thank you so much, Virgo. I didn't expect such a long reading, but it was worth it. Good night.